Everyone, John Morris, Regional Technology Director for the Maryland, D.C. region. And I wanted to go over some updates that we got from Family Reunion on the technology so that you guys can start utilizing some of these tools in your businesses. So no, we're not going to start at the app because that's going to take a little bit more to get through. So we'll do that over the next few days. But where I wanted to start out, at least today, is a really cool feature that kind of got missed, I think, by a lot of people because so much of the focus was on the consumer app. And I think this can have an immediate impact on not only you being able to get more referrals, but also to be able to help you win more business. So let's jump into it. Where I want us to go is to the referrals app inside a command. So we're going to go to where it says referrals. And this new feature can be found where it says map up at the top here. So we're going to click the map button. And then once we click the map button, I want us to go down to this drop box, and we're going to change this from production, and we're going to go to referral patterns. And then we're going to type in whatever city that we want to check out. So I'll just put in Baltimore. And now what we can see is that we're going to be able to track the inbound and outbound referrals from Baltimore here. So we can see that Baltimore over here, that 8% of all outbound referrals were sent to Lewis, Delaware, and then 4% went to York, Pennsylvania, and then 4% went to Pikesville, and then the numbers start dropping off a little bit more. So now we can see that, hey, these are where people from Baltimore, where the referrals are going to, and where people are moving to when they are leaving Baltimore. That's going to allow us to network with agents in these areas so that we can develop a strong referral partnership. That way we can hopefully build a few more referrals for us where people are likely leaving where we're at. And then in addition to that, it's going to allow us to kind of market or think about how we market a little bit differently. Because if I live in Baltimore, maybe, for example, I'm going to run a Facebook ad or do some marketing or promoting on, hey, are you thinking about York, Pennsylvania? So I might run an ad on Facebook advertising to people in Baltimore about York, Pennsylvania, because I know that people are leaving or moving there. And then same thing with Delaware or Pikesville. So that's going to allow us not only potentially maybe to develop referral relationships with agents in those areas where people are moving to, but we might be able to also, by running some ads in the Baltimore location about those other places where they moved to, hey, relocation information on moving to York, Pennsylvania. Then we might be able to get a few people who are looking to move, which we can then refer out to agents in York. In addition to, if they have a house to sell in Baltimore, then we can potentially get a listing that way too. So just another way to think about building your business out that way. Now, if I want to change from outbound to inbound, I click this button here that toggles that over. And now I can see where are people moving to Baltimore from. And if I look at the top three, we see that Chantilly, Virginia is about 5% of all the inbound referrals. And then just staying in Baltimore is about 4%. Ocean City to Baltimore is about 3%. Sarasota, Florida to Baltimore is about 3%. And then Annapolis to Baltimore is about 3%. So again, I could reach out to agents in those areas, basically letting them know that I could take really great care of their clients that are moving into Baltimore. And again, I could kind of change the way that I market on Facebook or running some ads, because I could, rather than running ads in Baltimore itself, I might want to think about running an ad in Sarasota, Florida, or in Chantilly, Virginia, and say, thinking about moving to Baltimore, get your Baltimore relocation package or something of that effect on an ad, because I know that a lot of referrals are coming in from those areas. Then I can market in those areas too. So no, again, not only are you able to potentially develop good referral relationships with people, you might be able to find buyers before they even get to Baltimore, and not even have to worry about getting a referral because you've already locked them in prior to them moving over here, because you've provided value to them through your ads on learning about moving to Baltimore from wherever it is that they're at. One other thing I think that you can do with this that's pretty powerful too is if I'm going on a listing appointment and I can show my seller, hey, these are where people are moving to Baltimore from. When you list with me, we're not going to only put together an amazing listing package presentation, marketing plan for you here locally in Baltimore. I'm going to be running ads in Chantilly, in Ocean City, in Sarasota, Florida, and Charlotte, North Carolina, so that we can attract buyers from those areas to your property, because we know that this is where a lot of people are moving to Baltimore from. So we're going to give you the most comprehensive marketing package out there, because we're the only one that knows where the high percentage of people are coming from. And so we're going to put together ads in those locations too. I just think it's pretty impressive. Sellers are going to be impressed with stuff like this, because you're going to be able to provide a value that nobody else can. So jump into the referrals, check out the maps feature, learn how to use it, reach out to agents in the areas where you work, where people are moving to or moving from, and also where they're moving to, so that you have good network of those people, and start using this in listing presentations, because it's going to help you win more business. In the next couple of days, we'll go over some of the app stuff, but I wanted to start out with something quick and simple that you guys can start using today. And so we'll catch up with you guys soon. Thanks.